I want to give this speech thing another shot. So I consider myself to be adventurous, willing to take risks, try new methods, ideas, or experiences. In my head, being adventurous allows, I just scratch that. It forces you to not become settled into a mundane cycle. It shakes things up. In my life, I want to be the disruptor, the one that breaks norms and exceeds others' expectations of me, or what I'm supposed to do, or even be. This takes one main ingredient: adaptation. Some can adapt to things that they aren't used to. Others may panic and not react well. I take value in the first and not the latter. And I want to go through some examples, as many of you too, as students can do, and as human beings, we can all choose to do as well. So throughout grade school, I went to a school about an hour and a half drive from here, which sat at the end of a dirt road. The school had about 4 to 6 kids per class, and that school kind of built my foundation of my ethics, my drive to work hard, my attitude, and my character. I then attended a public high school named Stratford High School, which had about 35 to 40 kids per grade, where the development of my people skills, my understanding of people from different backgrounds began to form. To then transferring to Porter-Gaud in the 11th grade, where I was able to challenge myself academically and push to achieve my goal of attending a university in a different state and a different city. I chose to do an ambassador program where I traveled to London, France, and stayed with a family in La Spezia, Italy. I spoke no French, no Italian. I chose to go to school and play football in Boston, Massachusetts. And let's just say, my 3 winters just so happens to be the worst. Temperatures reached -2 degrees. Snowfall records reach about 110 inches, which is about 9 feet. What's even more impressive and absurd, they still made us go to class during this winter. Students were walking through 9 feet tunnels, heading to class every day. One word I used was the willpower. Many days I wanted to just kind of stay in my bed as I looked outside the window and saw all that snow piling up, day after day after day. But the drive and that desire to want to learn overpowered my laziness. On another note, I decided to study abroad and intern for 6 months in Hong Kong, where I was able to travel to Thailand, Taiwan, mainland China, and Singapore. While doing that, I was able to eat some amazing foods, but also avoid some horrid ones as well. I traveled through Europe alone, visiting friends and colleagues I met in Hong Kong. Throughout this experience, I traveled to Sweden, Denmark, Germany, and the Netherlands. To end that all off, I interned in San Francisco, where I had never been, with the career financial firm I'm currently employed with today. But because things changed, I'm now in New York and not in SF. But this isn't about me. Amongst all those big adventures lies an array of small adventures, with friends, family, siblings, and coworkers. And that happens just once, because they influence my decisions throughout my life on a day-by-day basis. Not even in a lifetime will we experience all that surrounds us in this world. But that shouldn't stop us from working every day to make sure we experience what we dream for. People ask me, am I afraid or nervous before making such decisions in my life, for my life? Truthfully, of course I am. Change will always make you nervous because it creates uncertainty. Most people don't like uncertainty. But for me, I'm more afraid that I'm missing out on the opportunity to learn and experience something new that will allow me to build my view in the world. Having some uncertainty will assist in expanding your mind. Having such a narrow scope of mind, that's what scares me. I want, need, and desire the broadest scope available so that my views can develop and my ideas will formulate so that I can change my life, but also someone else's life based on all that I can experience and able to collect. This is definitely the one thing, though, that annoys my mom. My uncertainty. But I try and tell her, life isn't something that's a complete plan or a complete direction. I'm not always going to have an itinerary or an agenda. But what I will have is an idea. And even more specifically, a vision. Life throws many, and I repeat, many curveballs. Too many unpredictable things. Our very own Stephen Colbert stated that the most successful and happy people in life are not those who have a plan, but those who can roll with the punches and overcome the obstacles that are placed in front of them. From personal experiences, those obstacles will come and continue to keep coming. When those obstacles come, I want to leave you with 2 things. And my Tufts football coach stated this before every game. Do not let what is out of your control interfere with all the things you can control. In a shorter phrase, control the controllable. Specifically where I work, we have no control on how the stock market will do on a day-by-day basis or even a minute-by-minute basis. But what we can control is the knowledge we can gain to understand the opportunities and the direction of the market to our best abilities. Life follows the exact same path. Next thing, the ones that love you will be there the fastest, the quickest, and with the best solution. Too many times people become engulfed in this daily grind of tasks, checking off a box one by one. I have learned to accept those problems that I can't change and change those problems that I can. And when those problems arise, I go to those that care about me for advice, guidance, assistance, day in and day out. They always provide me with the best solution. And those people should be visible to you as well. At Tufts, I studied political science. I jumped into finance because of my drive and want to just understand why the financial market crashed, to understand why people kept discussing about us being in a recession. I'm slowly finding out though that those simple questions kind of have very complicated answers. And seeing those around me affected by this also drove me to want to understand it and to let me tell you there's a lot of things I need to understand. And for me, everything is new. But if I heard something over and over and over again, one thing I told myself was to take something positive away from that. No matter what, you can always learn. So don't allow your ego to exceed your knowledge, because it will only hold you back and not push you further along. I'm no math genius. Math was never really one of my strong suits, but I do have a formula I want to tell you guys. Life equals love, divided by the product of fear, multiplied by ego. If you increase love, you get more out of life. If you increase fear or ego, everything in life will begin to suffer. So I won't take up any more of your time. I know some people have work and school to get ready for tomorrow. I personally need to go to Mama Kim's to get my last indulge. So thank you for allowing me to speak with you, and I hope you have a great night.